I'll need help. Well, welcome to Livy Land. Welcome to Livy Land.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jolene and this is Livy Land. Today we are doing a couple rounds of Dicey decisions. And so Livy wanted to say hi. You gotta put your hand out here.
Hi.
What's on your finger?
Marker.
Okay, all right, go watch your TV. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and do Dicey decisions. I'm gonna start off in my mini A7, but let's go ahead and get this money counted first. So in this binder, I'm playing with 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. Okay. And we'll go ahead and get this out today. I will be continuing on with my Get to Know Me. Okay, but let me get this set up first and then we'll go into that. Set that off to the side there. And the rock is joining us today, as you can see. Okay, so we're working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's mix these in. And I'm going to play this time, each roll, each one's just going to get one bill. Okay, so before I get started with rolling, I believe I had left off on the last Dicey decisions with sharing with you all that my mom had passed away and I had my final individual moment with her, and I had kind of gone back into the hospital room and I braided her hair, and I had cut her braid off to save as a memento for my siblings and I. So my mom passed away January 22nd, 2014. That was almost just shy of a week before my birthday, and by the time everything had been done, we actually ended up laying my mom to rest the day after my birthday in 2024. And so at the time of losing my mom, I was still together with my loser boyfriend. He was living in Vegas. At no point did he even try to come be with me, be by my side, nothing. And so I made the decision that it took, I don't know, I can't remember because it was over 10 years ago, but I had made the decision that if I could live without my mom, I could live without him. So I ended up ending things with him. And I did this single life for a while, and in 2024, so I had lost my mom at this point. I had lost my boyfriend by my choosing, but still nonetheless, it was a loss, closing of a chapter. And I ended up losing my job as well in October of 2014. So I would have to say 2014 was one of my most challenging years. Unfortunately, I did end up being unemployed for about 3 months, but looking back, I can say that I needed that time to be able to regroup. I had lost a lot, and I just took that time to try to figure out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be. I was still, me and my brother and his girlfriend were still all living together at that time. And I ended up so that was the end of 2014, the beginning of 2015, actually on my birthday of 2015, I did start a new job. And that's when, for those that might be new, but I currently, my career is I am in banking, and I am in treasury management within the banking community. And so January 30th, 2015 was my first day in treasury management. I had no idea what I was applying for when I applied for it. I just knew that it was not on my resume. And so I started that job. I was fortunate, very, very fortunate, that the ladies that hired me, my manager and my supervisor, were just kick-ass individuals. Just great people to work for, great people personally as well as professionally. And so I started that job. The ladies that I worked for, I have a great amount of gratitude and respect for them. What I know today is a direct result of their amazing leadership, 100%. And to this day, I still remain friends with them. But I did end up working my way up. We'll go ahead and get these counted. I worked my way up in treasury management. I started off as a treasury management specialist, and I ended up working my way up to a team lead. And then I became their first ever treasury management services employee trainer. And so I was part of the leadership team. So this one got 1, 2, 3. So let's see how much I have total here, because I cannot remember. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And what I have filled out here is 13 plus 5 is 18. So I have the right amount filled in there, but I can't mark anything off here because I only had 3 more. So 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, there's no 3 on here, so I can't mark anything. So I was part of leadership, being the employee trainer, but I helped to coach and train many employees during my tenure there. And I still actually remain in contact today with several people from that job. And I made many, many, many good friends. And so in 2015 as well, I went out with my sister-in-law, and my friend. We were going to a casino. This one got 5, 6, 7, 8. And so we'll mark off for, let me make sure that I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's what's marked off. Okay, so I can mark off 8 on this. And I'm sorry, this challenge here was from Katie with the Fancy Dollar. This one is from Angela with MSO Budgets. So we're going to mark off $8 more. This one's almost done. So we'll mark off a 4, a 2, and another 2. So went out to this casino that also had a club. This one now has 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. So 23 in this one. Okay, so went out with my friend was single, but she really wasn't looking to meet anybody. But my sister had told me that night that I would be giving my phone number out to at least one person that night. And so we went out, and I had a good time at the club, whatever. I actually had met up with one of my guy friends. It was his birthday, so he came out, met me out there, And this one just got 1, so we'll mark off a 1. So it wasn't until after we were done at the club that we were sitting there eating and spotted this guy, and he caught me staring. I didn't even try to hide it. So this one now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one is by Nori with MariasBudgeting. But when he caught me staring, my sister caught it, and she invited him over to come sit with us, and we ended up exchanging phone numbers, and he walked us outside. Didn't walk us all the way to the car. He wasn't parked very far from us, but 2 weeks went by, and he actually had reached out to me. This one is a new one by Raylan with the Remarkable Dollar. And I've decided to make each of these skulls worth 2. This one got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to mark off 2 of them. 2 weeks went by, and we decided to meet up for some drinks, and we ended up becoming exclusive, and I was in a very toxic and unhealthy relationship with him for 3 years. He ended up being a cheater, and he was abusive as well. Definitely not as terrible as my ex-husband, but my family did not like him. They saw right through him. In fact, my brother hated him with a passion, and my brother refused to allow him over to the house that we shared, and ultimately that meant I ended up moving out and moved in with my sister and sister-in-law. This one got 3. I need to see what else is in here because I cannot remember. So this one has, and this is by Grace, Savings with Grace, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have 12 marked off. Ooh. There's no 6, so I have to wait. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, there's no 6 on there, nothing to make a 6, so I can't mark anything off this time, but we added to it. Moved out because my brother was trying to tell me how to live my life, and I did not like that. Okay, this one here is by Brittany with Beezy's Things, and this one got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a 5 in here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one got. Okay, let me make sure. I think this is the right amount in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So again, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 that I need to mark off here. So there's 4 to finish that top part off, plus 7 down here for 11. Okay, mark this off before I continue with my story here. Okay. So now in this one, there is a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, put this back in. So moved out, moved in with my sister and sister-in-law again, just so that I can, have my independence and not have somebody telling me what to do. My sister and sister-in-law didn't mind my boyfriend. They just knew that he was not good for me. But what I liked about that relationship is we lived an hour away from one another, so I still had my independence, did whatever I wanted to do, but that also meant that he was doing his own thing too, and made it easy for him to cheat and whatnot. So I had one foot out the door in that relationship for quite some time, and I had a cousin, or have a cousin, who is, oh, that's thickum. Barely closing. I will have to condense that one at one point, and Grace's savings challenge is getting a little bent there. Okay, so done with that one. We're going to go on to my A6. Okay, let me get this money counted here. So 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. And this one, how I play is I roll this dice that has 1, 2, and 0. 0 represents 3. I flip through each envelope. Each envelope does end up getting love, but depending on what I roll here is how many bills each one gets. I landed on this envelope last time. Okay, and let's mix these in here. So, cousin, who was named after my mom. My mom's name was Cindy, and so my cousin's name, Cindy. I spent a lot of time with her and her family, and she wanted to, well, back up a second. So I was driving, so I spent a lot of time with her and her family. She kind of knew that I didn't have a very good relationship, and so one day while I was driving, of all things, she just sent me a random picture, like no message, a picture on my screen, and I had it up on my dash, and all I could see was just a handsome guy on my screen. And my family knew that, so I only dated black men. That's all I really ever dated. But they knew that if I wasn't going to be with a black man, I was also attracted to Islander, or more specifically Samoan men. And so on my screen, and because of The Rock, hello, but this text, it was just a picture on my screen. I didn't know who it was. She gave no information at all. So once I got to a spot where I could reply back to her, because again, there was no message with it. It was nothing, just a picture. And I remember driving, and I was like, who is that? I thought maybe she sent me a wrong text message or something, not meant for me. But come to find out, it was definitely meant for me. There's just $1 left, so that's just going to go into this one here. But I remember asking her, who is that? And she took forever to reply back to me. And I was like, you can't just leave me hanging like this. Who or what are you trying to send to me? So this one this is by Budget with Amanda. This one got 2. And this one's available on her Ko-fi is where I got this from. So 1, 2. So she's not responding to me, and I'm trying to figure out who this is because I'm intrigued, right? Handsome guy on my screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so come to find out, it was somebody who she had worked, or who she was currently working with, who had gone through a bad, before I forget, I need to move this. We ended back here on this one. Somebody who she had worked with who went through a pretty terrible breakup because the person he was with had cheated on him, and he had been out of a relationship for about a year, and she wanted me to meet him. This next one is by Angela with MSO Budgets. Not sure if this one is still available in the shop or not. I've had it for quite some time and wanted to use it. So this one got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I decided to make each icon worth $1. So she wanted me to meet him. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so starting this one off with 5. And that person is actually my now husband. So I did have 1 foot. I technically was still in a relationship. I did break it off with him before I officially started dating my now husband. So this one is by Pandyland. This one got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made each of these worth $1, so we're gonna color in 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So she told me about him. She showed him my picture one day when they were in the break room together, and he had agreed to for her to. He actually is the one that gave her the picture. Livy.
I'm so cute.
Okay, but you have to be quiet because I'm telling a story. I'm about to tell a story about Daddy.
Why?
Okay, because I'm telling stories. Okay, you need to stop. Okay, so this one got 5, 6, 7. Each of these is worth 7. This one is by Lovely Budgets HK. This is a Filipino challenge, which I am half Filipino. So 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this one now has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just 3 more for this one to be done. So I went over to her house that night, and she did like a FaceTime with him. He was in the middle of watching a movie with his brother at home. This one just got 2. So we'll fill in 1 honeycomb. So that was on May 4th, and the only reason why I remember is because the next day was Cinco de Mayo, and my cousin was going to be having a little get-together. So this one now has 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So she was having a get-together the next day. We invited him, and he accepted, but then I went into so they work together at a grocery store. So this next one is by Mystic Budgets. It was a freebie that came with one of my orders. When I ordered Chip Away, this one got 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna mark off 3, 2 for 5, and then this last 3 for 8.
Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, this one now has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is going to save 32. So I went in actually to the grocery store that they worked at together to get some vodka for that night, and I remember going to the area where they were both working. Stop, Olivia. And he had his head down, and my cousin was like, hey, can you help this next customer? And he looked up, and just a big grin when he saw me, and he was better looking in person than the picture. Just perfect teeth, which I was a sucker for teeth. And so him and I just talked briefly, and he was hesitant. He's just my cousin had told me that she had invited him over a couple times, and he just never showed up because he was just a homebody, did never like going anywhere, just kept to himself. And so I was asking him about coming over, and he said that he would come over at, I can't even remember now, like 8 o'clock, and I remember telling him, I don't like that answer. How about 6? And he was like, how about 7? I said, how about 6:30? So we decided on 6:30. Well, he ended up showing up to my cousin's house, and we sat there and talked the entire night. So I'm going to go ahead and stop story time there for next time, but we did not complete any challenges today. Boo, I did not get to use my cha-ching button, but we are making our way there. I still plan on using these binders and putting, stop Olivia. I plan on using the challenges from these binders still into my extra debt. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you will join me next time. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.
Bye.
Bye.